travel trailers with a bath and a half, and this one even has its own entry door. Hey everybody, Mike with RVBlogger here in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And if you've seen us before on YouTube, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time seeing us, welcome aboard. Susan and I make tons of videos all about RVing, and we invite you to check out our website at RVblogger.com, where we have hundreds of helpful articles about RVing there as well. Today though, we're going to be taking a look at travel trailers with a bath and a half, so without any further ado, let's get started with our reviews. This travel trailer is the Keystone Passport model number 3352BH. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 7,827 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,673 pounds, for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 9,500 pounds. The hitch weight is 950 pounds. It measures in at 38 feet 3 inches, and it can sleep up to 10 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, you walk right into the living and kitchen area. On the right-hand side is where the main bathroom and owner's bedroom are located. And then towards the back of the trailer, that's where the second half bath is located, and the bunkhouse is right behind me. So when you first walk into this travel trailer, the first thing you feel like is, hey, this is a nice big space here. And part of the reason for that is because the sofa and the dinette are in a nice deep slide out. It's almost about 3 feet deep. And so with that pushed out, you have a lot of nice floor space in here. Right at the entry door here on my right-hand side, there's a very big pantry cabinet located in here. These shelves are not adjustable, so this is really just meant for storage or a pantry. It's not really a coat closet per se. Then right next to that, we have our entertainment area with storage up above. And then in addition to that, you've got your TV with some open storage below, and then even more storage below that. Now, just to my left-hand side here, you actually have access to some of the kitchen cabinet area. So there are a couple of fully extendable drawers located here, as well as access to the cabinet underneath the kitchen sink. So straight ahead as you walk in, and in perfect position to view the TV, you have this nice comfy couch for two right here, and this actually is a sofa bed that pulls out into the room, so two people could sleep on the sofa bed. Right next to the sofa bed, we have the dinette area, and this dinette is a U-shaped dinette. I would say you could very easily seat 4 people at the table, one on each end, and maybe, you know, 2 smaller folks on the inside here, maybe a couple of kids. Now this table will drop down and create another sleeping area, and it's really pretty long. I mean, I think we have about 74 inches, and it's about, I don't know, 38 inches wide. So I would say, you know, an adult would be able to sleep here, and definitely a couple of kids very, very easily. Now, right across from the dinette is where the kitchen area is located, and this is what we consider an L-shaped kitchen. Everything's right here in the shape of an L. We looked at the cabinets from the other side by the entry door, but you can also access the same cabinet space from inside the kitchen area. And then there are some drawers over here for utensils. Now these drawers are really pretty small, and if you want to find the most efficient way to use small drawer space, I would say watch a video about fiberglass campers. A lot of those campers have really small storage area. We actually did a video, we've done several videos about fiberglass campers, and we were at a rally with a bunch of casitas, and they have small drawers, and they have some very creative ways to make extra drawer space and store all their kitchen utensils. So if you have small drawers in your RV, check out one of our videos about the fiberglass trailers. Now, in addition to this, you also have a 3-burner range here. Below that, we have a real oven, and then below that, we have a nice deep drawer for pots and pans. Now, above your range is where your microwave oven is located. You know, it's a decent size for a travel trailer. And then next to that, we have a really big storage cabinet. Now, there's no shelf in here, and when you have these big, giant storage cabinets, you know, you either have to use a series of bins or You know, maybe set up your own shelf system in here so that you can stack things and get to things more easily. But it's a good amount of space for you to be able to use. And then right next to your cooktop and oven, you have your refrigerator. This is a 12-volt fridge. Looks like the old propane absorption styles are gone for good. I guess they still make them, but it seems like everyone's upgrading to the 12-volt fridges. And for good reason. They're more efficient. They can run on battery or shore power. They get cold much faster. You don't have all the issues with having to be perfectly level for it to work properly. So it's a really nice upgrade in addition to any RV. Now there's a little bit more storage here in the kitchen. I forgot to show you when I was sitting at the dinette. But in this particular camper, it's got these big fully extendable drawers that come out on both sides, so you can utilize all the storage possible underneath of your dinette booths. Now, right next to the kitchen is where this cabinet is located, and this can either be used as a pantry cabinet for your kitchen area, although you have a pretty good pantry cabinet over by the door, or you can use this for clothes storage for the kids in the bunkhouse, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. But this cabinet comes with fully adjustable shelves, and it also has a rod up top, so you can use it however you would like to set it up. And then you've got a bank of drawers down below that are fully extendable for additional storage space as well. So here I am all the way in the back of this trailer now, and I'm in the bunkhouse. And the bunkhouse is set up very, very nicely. You could sleep, I would say, 4 people in here very, very comfortably. First of all, on my right-hand side here, there's a nice big bunk up top. Let's give it a quick measure and see how much space we're talking about. But we've got 74 inches by about 38 inches, so a very good size bunk. The weight limit on it is 300 pounds, and it has all the elements that we look for in bunk beds. It's got a window, a light, receptacles, and USB ports, so it hits all 4 of those features that really make your bunk beds comfortable and easy to sleep and live in. Down below that, we have a ladder here with some storage behind it, both above and below. Then, of course, we have the TV location with some open storage and cabinet space below that. And then finally, even more cabinet space.
Ouch.
Whoops. It's hard to shoot video and walk around in these things at the same time. So my honey just crashed, but it's going to be okay. Anyway, there's lots of storage in here for your kids' clothes and belongings. Now, on the other side of the bunkhouse, there's a bunk up top. This has a 150-pound weight limit on it, so many adults won't be able to fit up here. But again, it's 70, well, let's see how big it is. It might be a little bigger than the other one. Nope, 74 by about 29 inches. And so one kid would be able to sleep up here very, very easily. Now on this side, we've noticed that this is in a slide out, and very often in the slide out, you will not find a receptacle or USB ports, but it does have a window and a light. So it's kind of halfway there as far as what we look for in terms of being able to have good livability in your bunk. Now this bunk also swings up and out of the way, and that reveals this sort of couch setup. So your kids can sit on the couch here if they like, be able to watch the TV directly across from them. And then these cushions fold out and create 2 more sleeping spots in here. So you can actually get a total of 4 people to sleep in this bunkhouse. Now, just outside the bunk room and before we get back into the kitchen is where another half bath is located. A lot of folks love to have the extra half bath because the kids can have this. It's right outside the bunk room, and it also has its own entryway. So if the kids are outside playing, or anybody needs to come in and use the bathroom, they don't have to traipse through the entire trailer to get to a bathroom. So it's very convenient in that regard. Now this bathroom, of course, comes with a medicine cabinet up above, you know, a decent sized vanity sink with a little bit of countertop space, a receptacle right here, and then a little bit of storage down below the sink. Behind me here, there's even more storage. These drawers are pretty good size, fully extendable. And then down below that, there's a nice deep cabinet here for even more storage. And then of course, if you're sitting on the commode in here, you know, decent size, certainly passes the elbow test. So this is a fantastic addition to any trailer. So here we are in the owner's bedroom all the way in the front of this camper. Now the way this is set up is from the kitchen and living area, you have to walk through the bathroom to get into the bedroom here. And so some folks really like that setup because it gives you a big bathroom because it's the entire width of the trailer. Other folks don't like it because you have to walk through the bathroom to get into the bedroom. But either way, that's how this one is set up. Now the bedroom setup in here is pretty nice. The bed itself is pretty good size. It's 80 inches wide, or 80 inches long by, 60 inches wide. So it is a residential queen size bed. Now you'll notice around the bed, of course, you've got all your cabinetry built in with storage overhead. And then on each side, there's a wardrobe cabinet with a shelf above for additional storage. And there's a bar to hang your garments. And these cabinets are very deep, so you can even store things towards the back or the front of the camper, but the back of the cabinet. Now on each side of the bed, you'll also notice it has a huge nightstand. These are some of the biggest nightstands we've ever seen next to a bed. So if you have a CPAP machine or you want to charge your computer, phone, whatever, next to you at night, you've got plenty of space for all of that. There's also a receptacle and USB ports located on each side of the bed as well. And another nice feature is you can get out of this bed from either side so you don't disturb your partner in the middle of the night if you need to get up. Now right behind me here is where you would mount your TV in this bedroom. It's already pre-wired with a receptacle and cable outlet. So mount your TV, put it on a swivel arm, and boom, you can lay in bed and relax and watch TV in the evening. And finally, there's even more storage space located right under the bed. Now here I am in the bathroom just outside of the owner's bedroom and outside of the kitchen area. We're right in between them. As I mentioned earlier, this bathroom spans the whole width of the trailer. And I'm standing in the shower, and the height in here up into the skylight area is about 6 feet 7 inches tall. The height in the overall trailer is in the center of the trailer, just about 7 feet. It's 6 feet 11 inches. So lots of ceiling height in this particular camper, and that's because the roof is made with an arch shape to it. So the center of the roof is a little higher, and then it arches out to the sides where the ceiling height drops by about 3 or 4 inches throughout the trailer. But this is a good size shower. It's nice and wide, which is the advantage of having a bathroom as wide as your whole camper. So you can take a shower in here and be very, very comfortable. It's got a retractable shower door, which is a great feature to have, so you don't have to deal with a shower curtain. Of course, your sprayer is removable. And so all in all, you're in really good shape. You've also got 3 shelves back here for your soap and shampoo. Now Susan's standing in the shower and I'm on the other side of the bathroom, and you'll notice you have a ton of countertop space here. That's really fantastic. You also have a nice sized medicine cabinet above. You even have a window in your bathroom, which is very unusual, but it's nice to have a little bit of natural light. Down below, you've got storage underneath of the sink. You have a little drawer here, and then you've got some open storage under this part of the countertop space to round out the bathroom. So as far as the commode elbow test goes, I'd say you got plenty of room inside this bathroom. All the way in the front of this trailer and underneath the owner's bed is where your exterior storage is located. And as you can see, it's a really big space, accessible from both sides of the camper. Now, this camper also has a small outdoor kitchen area. First of all, it's got this mini compact refrigerator, complete with an area to make ice cubes, which, as you guys know, we enjoy scotch and sodas, so we need ice cubes when we're sitting outside enjoying a drink. Otherwise, you can store all your cold drinks in there and be good to go. You've got some open storage here above. And finally, there's a griddle here that slides right on out, connects to your quick connect propane, and you can cook away. This travel trailer is the Forest River Alpha Wolf, model number 33BH-L. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 7,986 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,877 pounds, for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 9,863 pounds. The hitch weight is 953 pounds. It measures in at 37 feet 4 inches long, and it can sleep up to 8 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, you walk right into the kitchen and living area. Off to the right-hand side is where the owner's bathroom and bedroom are located. And off to the left-hand side is where the bunkhouse is at the back of this travel trailer. Now, when I first walk into this travel trailer, I have to say it feels really nice and big in here, and that's because we have opposing slides in the middle of this camper. So the kitchen area slides out, including the range and the refrigerator, and then there's a big slide out on this side, which includes the dinette and the sofa. But let's get started in the kitchen here. The first thing you'll notice is this big giant island in here with tons of countertop space. And so it really makes this travel trailer live big, like a fifth wheel. I mean, that's kind of what it reminds me of and how it feels in here. Now, the first thing you'll notice is that you have a big single bowl, nice deep rectangular sink in here with a big gooseneck faucet over top. And this just sort of disconnects also as your sprayer. The countertop itself is really huge. I mean, this island measures in at about 5 feet 5 inches, so very good size. On one end of the island, there's actually, on the front of the island, there's actually a receptacle and a couple of USB ports there as well. So if you need to plug in a blender or your air fryer or charge your phone, you can do all that stuff right here on your countertop. Now, there are also a bank of drawers located on the one side, so you can store all of your kitchen utensils here. And then both of these cabinet doors open, and there's just a huge amount of storage space underneath. Now, there are no built-in shelves in here, which is a bit of an issue, but you can always add those later on your own, or just use it and use bins and stack everything up under there. Now, just opposite of the island is where the microwave is located, and that's a great size microwave for a camper. And then you've got a door above here for some additional storage. Below that, we have a 3-burner range and lots of countertop space off to the side. There's also a receptacle here, which is great because you can go ahead and plug in your coffee pot or whatever and get everything set up here. I love the backsplash behind here too. It's a really, really nice design, but what it does not do is wrap around and cover this side cabinet. So if you're cooking something here like bacon that's gonna splatter, you know, you may delaminate your cabinet a little bit. So I'd recommend maybe storing your cutting board here, or you can go to Home Depot and buy some peel and stick tile and put that along the side here to help protect your cabinet and keep it looking nice. Now, down below the cooktop, we have a real oven in here, which is great. You can cook a pizza, bake some cookies, or a nice hot apple pie. That would be great. And there you go. And then there's another big storage cabinet under here as well, which to my surprise also does not have a shelf built into it. So again, you'd have to use bins or just add your own shelving, which you can do. You can buy shelf material at Home Depot or even off of Amazon and get things set up in here just the way you like them. Now, right next to your microwave and your oven and cooktop is where the refrigerator is located in here. And this is a very good size fridge and freezer. This is a 12-volt refrigerator, so that means it'll run off of shore power or off of your trailer battery. Now, just inside the front door, before you really get into the kitchen area, they do have a coat closet built in here. It's got a little bar up top so you can hang all your jackets and coats in here, which is a great feature. And then just below that, you have some open storage under here. You might use this to store your shoes away or any other items that you use when you're heading out of your camper. Just across from this, there's also some more storage over here in the kitchen area, and this would be like a smaller sized pantry cabinet. Now, here I am sitting at the dinette, and I think if you had 4 people sitting at this dinette, if it was 4 adults, I think you'd be pretty cramped in here. If it was 2 adults and 2 kids, I think you could probably get away with that. Now, this dinette, though, has a really nice light fixture up above, which helps it to look really nice and sophisticated in here. And then you've got a large window over top of the dinette. You can open this up, get some nice fresh air in here. There's also a good bit of storage underneath both of the dinette booths, so you can access it from these drawers that pull out, or you can pull the cushions and lift the plywood and access your storage that way. Now, this top will also drop down and it will create a bed here. But before we look at that, I do want to point out this table has 2 poles underneath, and it would be really convenient and nice if they had a legless dinette in here. The 2 pole setups just you know, you bang your feet on them all the time. And we just recently got a legless table in our Class A RV, and we both really enjoy that feature. Now, like I mentioned, you can convert this dinette into a bed, and if you were to do that, you would have about 5 feet 5 inches or 6 inches of space in here, and then it is about 38-39 inches wide. So, you know, certainly a place where a kid could sleep, or maybe a smaller sized adult could sleep there as well. Now, as we wrap on past the kitchen, we get into the living area of this camper. This is a nice comfy couch to sit on. It doesn't have any drink holders or any of that stuff built in, but the sofa also doubles as a bed, and so this just jackknifes right out for you. And let's see what size this is real quick. So the total amount of space here is just under 6 feet, and then the width of it, is about 43 inches. So I would say an average sized adult would be able to sleep here, or definitely a kid or two. So you have 3 nice big windows all around this area that let in a lot of light. So just across from the couch area is where the entertainment area is located. Now, this is where you would mount your TV, and as you can see, you could put a really good sized TV up here on the wall. Of course, you've got your electrical receptacle and outlets here so you can get all plugged in. Just below that, you've got some open storage, and then below there, you've got a nice cozy fireplace. So here we are all the way in the back of this travel trailer in the bunkhouse. And you could sleep 3 people back here pretty comfortably. First of all, on my right and your left is one of the bunks that are here. And as you guys know, or you might not know, we look for 4 main elements in a bunk bed area to make sure the kids are comfy. First of all, we look to make sure it has its own light, and that light should be able to turn on and off right at the bed location. We make sure it has a window for some natural light, and then we also like to see a receptacle and USB ports. That way when the kids go to bed, they can plug in their electronic devices, watch YouTube, play on their tablet, play video games, whatever they do as they drift off to sleep. Now, under this bunk bed, this is where the entertainment area would be located for the kids. Now, you'd have a nice big TV that you can fit in this area. And of course, there's a receptacle and cable outlet here as well. And then there's just a little bit of open storage on the left side and below where the TV would go. The ladder here just moves right in and stows in place very conveniently. Now, on the other side over here, this is a little bit of a multifunctional area. Now, it does come with a bunk bed up top. And as you can see, there's a 200-pound weight capacity on this bunk. So I couldn't sleep up here, that's for sure. Susan could do it, and certainly another kid would be able to be very comfortable up here. Now, this one doesn't have all 4 of the elements we look for. It does have lights, and it does have a window, but there are no USB or electrical receptacles over here, so anybody over here is going to make sure all their devices are charged before they go to bed at night. Now, this will also lift up and out of the way. There's a couple of D-rings on each side, and you can just pop those in place, and that holds the bunk here. And that way, you know, the kids can also use this as another living area. You could do it as an adult, but I mean, I'm already hitting my head on this bunk, so it's not as comfortable for larger size, adult size people. But this sofa is very nice and comfortable. A few kids could sit here, they could watch TV and be in their own space, which is always a great thing. The sofa also jackknifes out into another bed. And this is the same size, I think, as the couch in the living room, or pretty close. Yeah, this is about 5 feet 7 inches, and it's about 40, we'll call it 42 inches wide. So definitely 1 or maybe 2 smaller kids could also sleep here. Another feature we really like about this travel trailer is that it has a half bath located right off of the bunkhouse, and it also has its own exterior door. So if the kids need to use the bathroom at night, or they're playing outside and they need to run in real quick and use the bathroom, they don't have to go walking all through the camper to get to the bathroom. So it's a terrific feature to have, especially if you have a bunch of kids. Now, in the bathroom, you'll notice it's got a medicine cabinet here. Little vanity sink down below. There's even a receptacle here. Now, one nice feature though is that it does have this nightlight feature, and it's a motion sensor nightlight. So if the kids do get up and they need to use the bathroom, as soon as they walk in here, this little light comes on and they can see what they're doing. Finally, down below the sink, there's a little bit of storage under here, not really a whole lot. So sitting here on the toilet in this powder room, I can definitely pass the elbow test. I got a little bit of, resistance over here from the vanity, but on this side, good to go. So here we are all the way at the front of this travel trailer now, and we're in the private owner's bedroom. And as you can see, it's got a nice bed set up, very well lit, and then you've got storage cabinets above and on both sides. Now the bed in here looks to be, it's about 74 inches and 60 inches wide, so it would be considered a short queen bed in here. But the bed does lift up, and there is some storage underneath that you can access. Now around the bed, you've got these nice cabinet doors with the glass inside, so it looks really, really nice, and they lift right up for storage under there. One thing I don't like about these doors, they didn't put the hardware in so it holds the door up for you. So when you go to get your stuff out of here, you got to use one hand to hold the door, and the other hand you can reach in and out. It's a little inconvenient, especially for Susan when she's shooting B-rolls of these things. It's hard for her to hold the camera and hold the cabinet door open at the same time. So, they can't design RVs just for us, but hey, we wish they would. Now, on each side, there's a mirrored wardrobe cabinet, and there's a bar up top. You can hang all your garments and still store a few things in here as well. And then on each side of the bed, there's a small nightstand, and there is a receptacle along with USB ports on both sides. So that's a great feature in here. Now, just behind me here is where your TV location would be. So you could hang your TV here. You've got a cable and receptacles up top to plug everything in. Put your TV on a swing arm, and you can lay in bed and watch TV before you drift off to sleep at night. So here we are in the owner's bathroom, and this bathroom runs the full width of the trailer, so it's nice and big, and it's a mid bath, so it's situated between the kitchen and living area and the private owner's bedroom. So the advantage of this setup is that the size of the bathroom is nice and big. Disadvantage might be that you have to walk through your bathroom to get to the bedroom, but hey, I don't see that as a big deal at all, especially when you consider it's sort of an ensuite with the owner's bedroom. Now, this has a corner style shower in here, which, as you know, I really, really like this style. The doors just wrap around, and when you're standing in here taking a shower, it just feels like it's roomy. You got plenty of room to move around and wash yourself in here. Now, height-wise, there is a skylight above, so let's see how much height we have up into the skylight. And we have about 6 feet 8 inches of headroom space. And in the entire camper outside of the shower, you also have 6 feet 8 inches of space. So pretty good size, height room in here for you taller folks. And then inside the shower itself, it's got a nice big shelf here for shampoo and soaps. There's even a ledge down the bottom, so if you ladies need to, put your foot up and shave your legs, you can certainly do that as well. Now, just outside of the shower, we have a corner style cabinet here that you would use as your medicine cabinet. And you have a small vanity sink. This also has the motion sensor nightlight, and of course a receptacle to plug in your blow dryer or whatever else you need. And then finally, there is no storage below the sink below, but there's tons of storage on the other side of the bathroom. Now, Susan's standing in the shower and I'm on the other side of the bathroom, and as you can see, you've got these two doors that open, and you've got a ton of storage space behind here. And then last but not least, when you're sitting on the commode in here, even with the bedroom door shut, it's nice and big and roomy. I can certainly pass the elbow test on both sides. So here we are at the outdoor kitchen, and this is a really nice setup out here. It's a big, big outdoor kitchen, first of all. It's got a light inside of here that you can turn on and off as needed. There's also a receptacle off to the side so you can plug things in. And it's even got a little sink out here so you can wash up all of your barbecue utensils. Now, there's a nice storage cabinet above with a little bit of space in there. And then they show an ice maker in here, which is a great idea. I don't know if it comes with the camper or not, but I've owned a couple of ice makers and highly recommend them, especially if you like to drink cold drinks. And as you guys know, Susan and I enjoy our scotch and diets. Got to have ice cubes for that. Now, as we move along through here, we have this nice grill that pulls out. And the great thing is you don't have to take the grill top off and all kinds of stuff to store it away. It just fully assembled, slides right in and out of place. So it's very, very convenient. And then I love these fridges. You have mine and yours, and there you go. Susan can have her little fridge, which would have a couple of shelves. There's even a place up here for ice. And then second fridge is exactly the same, even a space up top for ice. This travel trailer is the Highland Ridge RV Open Range model number 338 BHS. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 10,415 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,585 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 12,000 pounds. The hitch weight on this trailer is 1,135 pounds. It measures in at 39 feet, 10 inches long, and it can sleep up to 9 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, on the right-hand side is where the owner's bedroom is located. Straight ahead, you'll find the bathroom. And then we wrap around into the kitchen and the living area. And then behind me here is where the bunkhouse is located, which also has some amazing surprises in store for you. My first impression when I walk into this travel trailer is just, wow, it's really nice and spacious in here. This whole left side slides on out, which includes your living area. And on the right-hand side, that also slides out where the refrigerator and range are located. So it creates all this space in here, which makes plenty of room for the kitchen island, which is just a fantastic feature. Now, I guess we'll go ahead and get started with our tour right here in the kitchen. Just to my right-hand side, you'll notice that we have these beautiful sort of cream-colored cabinets up top. And inside there is a plenty of cabinet space there. Down below here, you've got a really big countertop area. Now, you might notice there aren't any receptacles here, but that's because they're up underneath the bottom of this cabinet. There's actually 2 of them here. So you could put a coffee pot here, a toaster, a blender, toaster oven, whatever you have on hand, and have plenty of space for it as well. Down below, there is an entire bank of drawers here as well. And these are really nice drawers. They're fully extendable. They're made of really good quality plywood. The bottoms are a little shaky, but hey, sometimes you got to go through and fix your drawer bottoms. We had to do that in our RV too. Anyway, it's a very nice setup, and it even has a nice little backsplash included here as well. Now, the kitchen island is certainly the focal point in the kitchen. It's got a huge rectangular, deep single bowl sink, very nice big gooseneck faucet over top, and this is also a sprayer, which just makes it easier to wash all of your dishes. Down below here, we have cabinets on each side, and this one is actually your trash can cabinet, which is a really nice feature, but it also has a sink cover, a couple of sink covers that you can easily stow away there. And this is also a cutting board, but I've never seen them stowed away right next to a trash can like that. Some people might not like these next to a trash can, but at least it's a neat, orderly place to put them away. In addition, on the other side, you've got additional storage here. You've got a little drawer here for like your sponges, and then below that, additional drawer space, which are really long. One other really important feature on this island that's not so obvious is there is a electrical receptacle on each side of the island. So if you have a blender or a mixer or things like that, and you want to prep things, you need your sink nearby, you can plug in on the sides, and it's very, very convenient. Now, right behind me here is a gigantic refrigerator. Now, we're at an RV show, and this fridge isn't all unpacked yet. A lot of the styrofoam is still in here. I can pull this out, but you can just see, like, man, you got a ton of space inside of this refrigerator. Down below, you also have plenty of freezer space. Now, right next to the refrigerator is where your microwave oven is located, and it's a good size microwave oven. It's a standard microwave, not a convection. Right next to that, we have a little door here, so you have extra storage there. Down below that, you have a 3-burner range cooktop. And it does have a nice backsplash in the back, but you'll notice on the side walls, and especially this wall where the cabinet is, there's no backsplash there to protect it in case things splatter when you cook. So you might need to add a little something extra after you purchase this camper just to keep your cabinets and walls safe while you're cooking. There's also a receptacle here, which is really unusual to see one near a cooktop, but I guess there's enough countertop space here that if you wanted to plug something in there, you certainly could. Now down below the range, there is a big spice rack with 3 different drawers. I think you could probably get some smaller size cans in here as well, but either way, you've got a really nice storage area for all that kind of stuff. And then this also comes with a real oven. So for those of you that like to bake, you can certainly do that. And then you have a small, well, I would say it's a large pots and pans drawer, but it's not very deep. Now, directly across from the kitchen is where your dining and also your relaxing area is located. And more we're seeing trailers now that do not have dinettes. What they're doing is they're putting a sofa in here and they're using it as a multifunctional area. In this case, it serves as your sofa for relaxing, but it also comes with 2 of these dinette tables, one here, one next to us here. And I would say, realistically, 2 people could eat at this table, right? Somebody sitting in my spot here, maybe someone sits here, and then they could put their plate here, and maybe 2 more people could do the same thing there. So it's not, I don't think you could get 6 people to eat here, even though you could probably get 6 people to sit here and relax and be comfortable. But all that being said, that's what we're seeing more and more of because, you know, we want to use the space as wisely as we can while we're camping and get the most out of it. Why have it be set up as a dinette all the time when you only eat 3 meals a day there? Now, there's another interesting thing that this couch will do, and that is it becomes a bed. So I want to show you how the bed sets up, and in order to do that, we have to remove the dinette table. So that just pops off. This unscrews and comes out. And then you just remove these cushions. Now, I've never seen a bed set up like this before, which is why I want to take a minute and show it to you. It's very unusual. So it's got these 2 straps here. And you just take these and pull the whole thing forward. Pull it forward, and it kind of sits on the floor. And then these cushions fold on back and make a really nice big size bed here. Now the measurement on this bed is it's 55 inches wide and it measures at about, I don't know, 6 feet 3 inches long. So, you know, a couple of average size adults could sleep on this bed and be very, very comfortable. Now each of the end seats are unusual as well. You can remove this cushion and then lift this up, and that's where your dinette tables store. And there's enough room under here that you could store other things as well. So pretty unique setup as far as how this whole entire couch is laid out. And it's really big and comfy as well when you sit on it. So now that I have the bed all put away and put back together again, I want to show you guys, this is a slide out, but the floor that they have in here is just a vinyl floor that slides over top of the rest of the vinyl floor. I think that's awesome. A lot of slide outs that we see still use carpet, but this one is all vinyl. I think it'll help keep you cleaner and neater, and you know, your carpet won't wear out on you as fast.
And you won't trip.
And you won't trip either. It's not really much of a trip hazard at all. Finally, over top of the whole entire sofa, pretty much, you have all these cabinets here for even more storage in your living area. Now, directly across from the sofa, sort of across from the sofa, is where your entertainment center is located. You have a good-sized TV here. Obviously, it's not unwrapped yet because this is a brand new unit at an RV show and they haven't unpacked it all the way. And then down below that, you've got a nice sound bar. And then, of course, you have a fireplace at the bottom. So here I am in the very back of this camper, and this is where the bunkhouse is located. And there's actually room in here for 4 kids to sleep on 4 different bunks. And it's also multifunctional in here as well. On my right-hand side, we have a bunk bed up top, and this will stay in place all the time. And then below that, it has a little sofa area, but this can also serve as a bed. You just pull the back cushions off and someone else could sleep here as well. Now, as you know, when we look at bunk beds, we try to find 4 things: a light, a window, a receptacle, and a USB port. And the bunks on this side of the room have almost all those qualities. Both of them, while the top bunk has a light and a window, it also has a USB port and a receptacle. This bottom bunk doesn't have a light, doesn't have a window, but it does have a receptacle and USB port over here. And then finally, it's got this big giant drawer underneath for tons of storage. Now on this side of the bunkhouse, we don't have all 4 of those qualities, but we do have lights and windows on both areas, but there are no USB ports or receptacles over here. So I kind of find that to be a little bit of a shortcoming here. But in exchange for that, this top bunk does actually shift up and you can lock it in place.
Do you want me to lock it?
Sure. There we go. And then underneath here, this is actually another dinette. And so there can be a table here with 2 seats, or you can lower everything down and make it into another bed. So even though the sofa area out in the main living area is a little bit short on table space, you make it up back here where kids could come back here and have a meal. You could also use this for a homework room, a playroom, a workroom, an office. I mean, there are just a ton of things that you can do with it. Now, off to my right here is where the TV location would be. You can get a pretty good sized TV in here. Your receptacles and cable rough-ins are just on the side. And then there's open storage in here from top to bottom. One last thing to check out in this room, and I know you parents are going to love this. Ta-da! It's another half bath in the bunkhouse. So the kids can use their own bathroom, not have to go running through the trailer and up to the other bathroom near your bedroom, and they might disturb you doing that. But this half bath is a pretty good size. It's got a medicine cabinet in here. It's got a decent sized sink. Got a little bit of open storage down below and some additional storage below the sink as well. And then of course, it's got its own commode. So here we are in the owner's bedroom, and it's a pretty nice bedroom suite. I mean, first of all, the bed itself sits in a slide out, so it slides out and creates even more room in here. This looks to be a king size bed, and it is. It is about 70 inches wide and 80 inches long, so it's a residential style king size bed in here. Now, what happens when you get the king size bed is I think you sort of sacrifice the end tables a little bit that might be on each side of the bed. So you just have these little shelves here. There's also no electrical or USB ports on either side of the slide out part, but just outside the room, there is an electrical receptacle here. So I guess you could plug something in and have it, sit on your shelf and recharge overnight or whatever you want to do. Unfortunately, there's not anything on that side of the bed that you could plug into. In addition to this being a really nice sized bed, there's also tons of storage down below. Now, right behind me here is a very, very large closet space. And as you can see, that opens up. You can hang all your garments in here. There's actually storage down below here too. So if you lift up this little lid, you can get to some of your storage items down below. So just past the main closet, there's another really large closet in here. This opens up. It gives you shelving. You can hang your garments in here, or you can remove the shelving in here and you can put a stackable washer and dryer in here because there is washer and dryer prep included with this trailer. You'll also notice up above, there's some open storage here as well. So here I am at the foot of the bed in the bathroom, and starting from the top down, this is where you would mount your TV. You've got a receptacle and cable connection above that are all pre-wired for you. Nice window here, and then you have a little dresser down below, and there are good sized dresser drawers in here. There's also a receptacle located on this side of the dresser, and is there one over there too?
USB.
And there's USB ports on the other side. All right, so here we are in the main bathroom here, and this bathroom actually has 2 doorways. One of them comes from the hallway, so if you're in the kitchen or living area, you can access the bathroom, and the other door is from the owner's bedroom. Now the shower that's in here, and I'm not going to stand in it because a little bit of the antifreeze leaked out and it's on the shower floor, and I don't want to track that all through the camper. But as you can see, it's a corner style shower with these glass doors that wrap around, which is very nice. It certainly is a good size shower in here, and I can get a measurement anyway, even though I'm not standing in it. And in the skylight area, we have as high as, gosh, 83 inches in there. So that'll be, you know, just under 7 feet tall. And actually the ceiling height in the entire camper is very, very good. It's a full 7 feet. So for you taller folks, this is a great RV. It's got a king size bed, tall ceilings, plenty of room in the shower. I think it would really work out well for you guys. Now, outside the shower, we've got a very large vanity area with a good sized sink. Above that, we have our medicine cabinet. And then of course there's a towel ring off to the side, receptacles here for you to plug in your hair dryer or whatever. And then there's a door underneath for some more storage under the sink. On this side of the shower, there's a couple of cabinet doors here for plenty of all your linens, toilet paper, or anything you need to store inside your bathroom. Finally, here I am sitting on the commode, and even with the doors closed, I would have plenty of elbow room. Last but not least, there is an awesome outdoor kitchen with this particular trailer. It's got a huge door overhead that creates a little umbrella for you in case you have some bad weather. You've got all this open storage up top. And then you have a sink in here that's lighted underneath, plenty of countertop space. And then we have a nice griddle. And then there's even a cutting board area that lifts up and you can put more kitchen utensils underneath. And then finally, we have our refrigerator that you can stock full of sodas and beer. Hey guys, let us know in the comments down below which one of these travel trailers with a bath and a half was your favorite and why. We'd love to read your comments and have others read your comments as well. And if you're interested in maybe finding a fifth wheel with a bath and a half, because most travel trailers just don't have a bath and a half, click the box down below and Susan and I will see you in our next video all about fifth wheels with a bath and a half.